Hello, hello. It is very early in the morning, so I apologize if I end up rambling too much, but I was watching some dawntrail content. Just, people doing raids and whatever, because it's fun to look at people do stuff. And I, and I just ended up going into a weird rabbit hole of reading about how people find dawntrail raids a lot more challenging than normal, or a lot harder, or a lot more unpredictable. Now, I'll start by, just trying to introduce who I am. I'm a really casual Final Fantasy player, like extremely casual. I picked up this game to play when WoW was in a bit of a stale state, which is right now actually. And I started playing this game in late Endwalker, so a bit before the last step of the Manderville weapons dropped, actually, to try and like situate where I started. I started playing this game as a game to just log in and just chill, just do random things. I don't know, do a bit of Boja, do a bit of Zadna. Well, I did not know what Boja and Zadna were then, but yeah, and I also wanted to try the story because people sing the praises of the Final Fantasy main story quest for a very good reason. It's quite good. Even if I'm not usually one to really follow stories, I enjoyed it, thoroughly enjoyed it, very good. But back on what I was talking about, people were saying that dawntrail raids were too hard and dawntrail extremes were too hard and everything. And the one thing that kept recurring was that people were getting really frustrated by wiping, and it was very strange to me because, to me personally, wiping on content that you haven't done before is almost a given. It's part of the process. It would be stranger to not wipe on the first try than to wipe 5 times and then get it. And so many people were just, you know, strangely very weirded out by wiping to content. And you know, on one hand, I understand where they come from. Dying is feels bad. You lose gauge, you lose cooldowns, get a debuff that reduces your stats, and if you get rest again, you get a debuff that halves them. You get vault sacks, and maybe damage downs. It sucks. Dying sucks, but dying is part of the process. The goal is to start off by dying and then not die. And frankly speaking, even if I'm not, you know, even if I am a very casual Final Fantasy player, this game really just revolves around seeing a set of mechanics and just learning how to do the mechanics constantly. The game itself is a lot less about how well you can play your job, and a lot more about how well you can consistently execute a mechanic. Because I don't know, from what I've seen, at least, and I don't think I'm making much sense right now, but I just want to try and put it out there for whoever ends up seeing this. Wiping is fine. I, I think you are expected to wipe many times, especially if you're doing something in a pug, right? If you're just sending a queue on the raid, or just like using Party Finder for the extremes. Now, I'm mostly like for the most part, a solo player, right? And I I do most of the content on my own, or I just queue with random people, and I very rarely have a full pre-made to do content with because that's just how I play games. Same as in WoW, same as in Final Fantasy now. I just kind of wing it, just play on my own, learn on my own, and and see how it goes. And even in the groups that I've been in, I was just queuing for the normal raids, trying to press buttons on Viper to get a bit better at the job. We've had people just say, screw this, just leave after a couple wipes. On bosses like the second boss with the big AoE vomit on the ground. It's a hard mechanic. I understand that. It's hard. It's really hard if you're not, good at reacting fast to AoEs happening around you. But it's not impossible to do. And I say this as someone who's like extremely casual in this game, really. I just log in here to chill, to like not think about anything, to just play a video game while watching something on the side. Actually, I was watching an Arthar's video while he was reacting to the forum posts about the raid being too hard. And again, we have to try and hold the stick from the middle. That's a little weird translation from my language. It just means that we have to try and just see the things from both sides. On one side, it does suck to die, yes. It feels bad. It's okay to not want to get rest. Being frustrated at something it's not bad, it's not strange. But then again, just giving up and your first instinct on wiping to something or failing something, I don't think should ever be that the thing is too hard. It should be, wow, I just ate shit to this mechanic. What the hell happened? What the hell happened here? How do I fix this? How do I not die? And if you try 1 time, twice, 3, 5, 10, 20 times even, you see the mechanic, you will get better at it. You will be able to do it properly. And if you don't, then maybe the mechanic is maybe too hard, or maybe you're just looking at it on like the wrong way, or trying to solve it the wrong way. Even like right now, if you just queue normal raids, I know Savage is about to come out, and quite frankly, I'm kind of tempted to try Savage to just in a party finder and see how it goes, because I do like doing content, but I try not to like burn myself out in Final Fantasy too much, because it's still a novelty game to me. I'm still like thoroughly enjoying exploring everything in this game, and that's cool. Not a lot of games can give you that these days, and I'm really appreciative of it. So I'm trying to hold on to it as much as I can. Well, yeah. Dying is okay. If you wipe to something, just try again and try to not. It's going to sound really weird saying, "Hey, just don't be mad and be better," but genuinely, just try not to focus on the difficulty of the thing too much, and try to focus on how you are trying to solve it. I'm starting to sound like you told an AI to tell you something motivational, but that it really is what it is. That just try to persevere, and if you do persevere, you will do it. You will clear. You will do everything you want. But yeah, dawntrail raids being too hard, I don't think they're too hard. I've thoroughly enjoyed them. I remember I was on voice with a friend. I asked my FC. I have a very nice FC. They have a bunch of people who are ready to help almost always. And I asked in there if someone would like to join me while I was going to do the raid. And one of them joined me, and after the last fight, I just said, man, this is a really good fight. Because I really liked the last fight. I really did. And the last time I had this same expression to a game was probably when I killed Fatalis in Monster Hunter, maybe. Like a fight that I thoroughly enjoyed doing. And that was one of them. And that's actually got me excited to actually try and do Savage. because I do actually want to play these fights, prog these fights. Might not be the best idea without a static, but who cares? Just, queue up in a party finder, find some gamers, and see how it goes. Maybe farm a static from there, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I've been rambling on for too much. It's almost 7 a.m. now. And sorry if, I don't know, the ratio to my voice and the music is weird. I usually don't play games with music, even Final Fantasy, which is probably heresy for some people, because this game has amazing music, and I do listen to music when I don't have anything playing on the background, but I typically just have my own music playing. I've been I don't know, I've conditioned myself to be like this. And it's fine. The music in Final Fantasy is quite cool. The Solution 9 theme is like nice, chill, lo-fi style beats. Hell yeah, so good. But yeah, dying is okay, guys. Wiping is part of the process. You die and come back stronger, hopefully. And don't be scared to be frustrated. If you die to something, it's okay to be like, dude, fuck this mechanic. Sorry if I swear, but it's okay to say that. It's a normal reaction, in my opinion. But don't just give up. Don't just leave groups or refuse to take a res or something, because it just becomes slightly petty at that point. But yeah, wiping is okay. Content maybe is a little harder than it was in Endwalker, but I don't think it is by like a very large margin. The expert dungeons actually are quite hard, genuinely. The expert dungeons kind of beat you up the first couple times, which is cool. It's nice to actually have a challenge in a dungeon and not just play 2 pulls, use your 2 minutes on the first one, save on the second one, and then play the boss. Every dungeon being like this and you don't think about anything. I mean, I'm sure the current expert dungeons will also go back to being that after people get used to them, but for now they feel quite nice. I remember in Endwalker I played Warrior for the most part, and even doing the expert dungeons for the first time on Warrior, I don't know, it felt like I needed to try to die for the mobs to do anything to me, which it's nice to be strong as a tank, and I understand that Warrior is like the best dungeon tank, but come on, it has to at least be of some threat to you. But yeah, current content for me, very nice. Current jobs for me, very nice. I am enjoying Viper quite a bit. Pictomancer is also really, really, really cool, but I kind of I actually started dawntrail as Picto, and I really enjoyed it. But I'm genuinely expecting nerfs. And I understand that at the level I play at, and at the level most people are playing at, unless you're doing world first prog, a 5% nerf isn't really gonna matter, because that's most likely what it's gonna be, right? Maybe a 5% nerf, maybe a small potency reduction. A 5% nerf won't do anything. It really won't matter for most people. Playing good will more than make up the difference that there was. But I just have this weird mental block that I'm gonna be missing what I was playing with. Even if it doesn't matter at all, but yeah. So I've been playing Viper. Viper is quite nice, really, really fast, very reminiscent of Outlaw Rogue in WoW. And press your buttons fast. It does a lot of damage. It doesn't really have anything you have to sync up. The reawaken window feels really nice. You can hold your gauge and just Serpent's Ire and double reawaken inside party buffs for the best damage possible, but I've been just sending reawakens on cooldown until I, start doing content where that benefits the group a bit more than it does in, a normal raid or an extreme. But yeah, I think that's it for me. I hope you guys have a lovely day. I know I've been enjoying doing stuff in Dawntrail, and I will still keep enjoying it, hopefully. That's it for me, and you guys take care of yourselves, yeah? Bye-bye. Take care.